So here's the thing most people don't get. Our bodies are composed of 99.9% empty space. The rest of what we are is simply energy. And when you change the way you think and feel, you start creating a new reality. And the new reality now reflects a new personality. And you become a new person. The way we feel all the time is simply a reflection of our biological conditioning and of our past patterns. So if we're not feeling content or happy or at peace, this is because of the overwhelming energy that is moving through us and through our energetic field, which is then affecting how we think and how we feel and how we perceive life. In reality, what you define as your existence and how you participate in life is determined by you. And what you see around you, whether it's joyful or painful, is your perception. And that is conditioning in your body. So in order for you to be able to change how your body feels, you have to think differently and you have to feel differently, knowing that the way that you're thinking and feeling right now is from a conditioned past. So in order to change that, you have to create a new momentum, a new feeling in your body, and a new thought process that reflects a different reality. In other words, instead of you seeing a problem that needs to be solved or something to be fixed, you're seeing solutions. You're seeing the magnificence of life. You're seeing how well you're doing. You're reprogramming the conditioned mind and the conditioned body to live in a new world where you dictate how you perceive reality. Because reality is not real. Reality is as you perceive it. So if you want to change your reality, you have to start with your ability to change your mind. And so to change your mind is to look at life differently from how you've been conditioned to look at life. And when you change the way you think and feel, you start creating a new reality. And the new reality now reflects a new personality. And you become a new person by changing the way that you think and feel with your environment. So instead of you seeing a problem and pain and difficulty, you're seeing opportunity, you're seeing joy, you're seeing a unique opportunity to participate in the gift of life. And you can do this only through an active participation with the processes. It's not something that's going to happen based on outside events. So I'll feel happy when this happens, or I will feel more content when that happens. That's redundant. That's out of date thinking. That's the conditioned mind. And in that conditioned mind, it will only find what's not working, the pain that you feel, the suffering you feel, and you'll spend all your life overcoming pain and suffering, all your life. Or you can make a decision to say, that's my conditioned body and my conditioned mind. I want to change that. And I'm deciding now to change that by looking at life the way I want to perceive it. Because life is the way you want it to be, not how it is, how you want to perceive it. And so when you start changing the way you perceive life, there's new feelings created in the body, which leads to new thoughts in your mind. You're starting to have a genetic change in your body, because those same conditioned patterns will create the same genetic destiny. Because if you're feeling sad all the time, and you're feeling anxious all the time, and you're feeling lack of trust in the world, you're going to create the equivalent genetic material in your body, because your thoughts and your feelings have a vibration, and that vibration is sending signals to your body. Recent science has found out that your endocrine system, which is responsible for all your hormone production, has listening devices on them. Your kidneys have got smell receptors on them. They can smell independently of your nose. So your body is tuned in and listening and feeling everything. And that's dictated by how you're feeling and how you're thinking. So when your thoughts change and your feelings change, your body starts changing, the nerve cells start changing, the cells start responding to the way that you're feeling and thinking. And that's this new science of epigenetics, which is showing when you think differently, when you feel differently, when you perceive life differently, you're creating a new genetic destiny, which means that you're not going to inherit the same thinking and the same feeling that created the same genetic outcome. And it's not just genetic in your body, but then it's also the relationships in your life and the world that you exist in. So if you come from a feeling of lack of abundance, of fear of health, fear of death, fear of being taken advantage of, fear for all the rest of it, you're going to be confirming that in your environment as well. Because we live in a participatory universe, which means that the way we think and feel attracts what we see out there. So if you say, I see patterns that everybody's out there to get me, the world starts creating more of those patterns. When you say, things are working out in my favor, the world starts creating those patterns. So your reality now looks like everything's working in your favor rather than everything's working against you. So your thoughts and your feelings confirm your environment. So this is the new age of thinking. The old way was like, okay, so I'm feeling this way and I'll take an antidepressant and then I'll feel happier. But you're stimulating the feeling of happiness by using a drug. For instance, if you're in sunlight, they found now receptors in your eyes. Serotonin, which is the happy chemical, is produced from your eyes being exposed to the sunlight. So when your eyes are in the sun, the serotonin receptors, which are connected to your eyes, now making you feel better. And so when you start feeling better by doing the things that are in your environment, instead of going out with a whole bunch of sunscreen and dark sunglasses, exposing yourself to nature, grounding, walking on the earth, all these types of things aid in you feeling better, thinking better, and starting to change your genetic destiny, changing your relationships, changing your environment, and you're now becoming empowered to take ownership of the way your life unfolds, rather than waiting for life to unfold and then you're reacting to how life will unfold. Rather be an active participant in the process of life by creating and feeling the way that you want to feel, and the environment starts confirming you, and then your genes start confirming that, your health starts improving, your relationships start to improve, and the way that you're interacting with the world becomes a magical experience, not a detrimental, suffering experience. Try that out.